Hey guys, it's Dean. Welcome to Manflow Yoga. You are about to watch a workout from the Posture Fix program. The Posture Fix program is 50% off all through the month of September, and we've got a Posture Fix challenge starting on Monday, October 2nd. Head to manflowyoga.com/PFC to learn more. Enjoy the workout. Hey guys, it's Dean. Welcome to Manflow Yoga. This is our Movement Essentials Part 1 workout. And this workout is designed for people who are just getting back into a fitness routine, for seniors, or for people who are recovering from an injury and want to ensure that they keep their joints, their spine, and everything else in their body healthy before advancing to more advanced workouts. All right, let's go ahead and get started. You're going to need a block and just a block today. All right, come onto your back and then lay down and grab your block. We're going to use that kind of immediately. Bring your knees over your hips, and we're just going to remain in this position. Now, if this is difficult and you can't hold your knees over your hips in this position, if this is too hard for your core or your back hurts, you can rest your feet against a wall. So I've got a wall right here. So for example, what I would do is just turn to face like this, make sure the knees stay above the hips, and then slowly work on bringing my feet away from the wall and using my abdominal strength to hold myself in that position. If that's fine for you though, we're going to start knees over hips, just like this, and then the block is going to go between your thighs, and I want you to squeeze that block between your thighs. Now from here, to add a little bit more intensity, to also activate your hips, press your hands into your thighs and push your thighs back into your hands. You can keep your neck relaxed on the ground. Try to keep your neck nice and long. So I'm not craning my head off the ground, and I'm not looking up. I'm kind of bringing my chin toward my throat and looking somewhat up and in front of me. I'm just pressing the hands into the thighs for a couple of breaths, squeezing the block between your thighs. And what we're doing here is turning on your inner thigh muscles, your abdominal muscles, and your hip flexors, or the tops of your hips. All right, go ahead and release. Take the block out. From here, we're going into a reclined twist. So we're going to bring your legs over to the right. Inhale. Try to keep the left shoulder down. And then as you exhale, squeeze your abs, squeeze your core. Bring your knees back to the middle. Keep that up. Over to the left now. Inhale. Exhale back to the middle. Squeezing your abs. We're going to do 5 total to each side. Inhaling to one side. Exhaling back to the middle. And again, you want to try and keep the shoulders down here. And make sure you're using your abs or using your core strength to bring your legs back to the middle. You shouldn't be pressing down through your hands or using your upper body strength to bring the knees back into the middle. And so what we're doing here is opening up your lower back, so we're creating space in the spine, which is great for countering a seated position. It's also very good for preventing pain in your back, strengthening your core, improving your posture. All of those things happen by doing this simple exercise. One more. All right. From here, we're going to go into a bridge, and this is a great exercise for strengthening your spine. Knees are over your hips, your heels are in toward your butt, abs are tight, so you want to feel like you just did that exercise and you're squeezing the knees back to the middle. Your abs should feel like that, so they're tight, they are engaged. And then press down into the feet, keep your abs tight, lift your hips off the ground. Let's just come a few inches off the ground. Bring your arms along your sides. Knees are going to squeeze toward one another. Your thighs are going to hug toward one another, like you have something between your thighs. And you want to try and keep a straight line from your knees to your chest. Now, once you've got the technique, stop looking at me and look straight up at the ceiling. The weight should be in your shoulders. You should feel your thighs working. You should feel your abs working. Maybe the lower back a little bit, mostly in the abs though. We're going to do one more breath here. Just keep the arms relaxed at your sides. Chest is open. Breathing in control, in and out of the nose. And then release your hips back down. From here, go ahead and grab your knees. Try to keep your lower back flat on the ground. And we're just going to roll from side to side just to lengthen your lower back. Get a little stretch. Counter that back bend we just did. So whenever you do a back bend, in yoga, we're usually going to follow that with an exercise that either works your core or brings your knees closer to your chest to help stretch your lower back. All right, good. Now we're going to move into a tabletop position from here. The first stretch we're going to do is a cat-cow, and this is a great exercise for improving spinal mobility and helping to relieve stiffness in your back. So we're going to start with your hands under your shoulders, your knees under your hips, and then you're just going to move into an arch position with your back, so pulling your chest forward, trying to lift your butt up, arching your back, and then bring your head toward your hips. Press your back toward the ceiling, tuck your chin toward your throat. Now, match your breath with your movement. Inhale to arch. At the top of the inhale, you're at the top of the arch, and then exhale and start to round. Bring your head toward your hips, tuck your chin toward your throat, stretch your back. Inhale to arch. Pulling your chest forward, lengthening your upper back, exhaling to round, tightening your abs as you round, pressing your back toward the ceiling to stretch your back. Inhale to arch. Now, I want you to pay attention to your hands here as well. Make sure you're pushing down into the fingers, into the palm ends of your fingers, so that point where your fingers meet your palms. Exhale to round. Make sure that your elbows are wrapping around toward the back. So even though your index fingers are facing forward, the elbows start to face backwards. A couple more cat-cows, inhaling to arch. And exhaling to round. Again, tightening your abs as you round. One more on your own pace, or maybe a couple more on your own pace. This, again, is very good for helping to relieve spinal stiffness and also helping to improve mobility in your spine. It's used by physical therapists, it's used by gymnasts, it's used by everybody to help with taking care of your spine. It's a wonderful exercise, very good, great for warm-up. Last one, push out all the air. And then come back to a neutral position with your spine. So upper body parallel to the ground. From here, we're going to move into a child's pose. So I want you to bring your knees a little bit wider, so about as wide as the mat. And then big toes touch. And then shift your butt back toward your heels. Keep the front side of your body long, so we want to make sure we're not rounding the chest here, but keeping the chest long, and then walk your arms out in front of you and come into a child's pose. So your arms are going to be active here. Your index fingers face straight forward or slightly out. Your thumbs face in toward one another. Biceps start to turn slightly up, and then your forehead relaxes on the ground. As you're doing this, you should feel a stretch through your lower back and through your hips. Make sure to keep your core somewhat active, so you're lightly squeezing your abdominal muscles and lightly squeezing your arms toward one another, so you're stretching your shoulders as well here. Again, you should feel a stretch through your back and through your hips and also through your arms. Again, arms are active. You can even tighten your glutes a little bit here if you want to squeeze your butt to help get a better stretch. All right. One more breath here. This is a really good pose for helping with stretching your lower back, with stretching your spine. All right, and then moving back to a tabletop position, and from here, moving all the way up into a standing position. Before I said that you just needed a block, I lied. You do need a strap. If you don't have a strap, just get an old t-shirt, or an old t-shirt will work, a rope. You want to make sure that it is not a stretchy band, though. That won't work very well for this. And then bonus points if you want to put the block between your thighs. This will help with improving your inner thigh stability and help with preventing injury to your knees. So we're going to put the block between your legs, as high up as it will go, toward your pubic bone. So your feet are now about 6 inches apart. And we're going to do a couple of circles with your body here. So from the ankles, I want you to turn the ankles slightly out. So we're externally rotating the ankles, and then we are going to internally rotate the thighs. So you're turning your knees to face slightly more in, and then the hips turn slightly out. So you're going to squeeze your butt to press your hips forward just a little bit, and now we've got the whole lower body engaged. Our abs should be tight. the inner thighs are working, and your ankles are working. Now press down through your feet, stand up as tall as you can, and relax your chin toward your throat. Palms can face forward here. And as you can see, I just kind of let the strap relax around my neck. We're going to do 5 breaths in a standing mountain pose. So with your legs engaged, pressing down through your feet, the thighs active, your glutes just a little active, and then tailbone reaching slightly down. So you're minimizing the arch in your back by reaching your tailbone down a little bit. Palms face forward to open your chest. Top of the head presses toward the ceiling. So you're basically standing with perfect posture. We're going to do 3 breaths here. I want you to focus on your breathing as you're doing this. Inhale to get a little bit taller. And exhale to relax your shoulders. 2 more breaths. Stay tall. Exhale, relax. 1 more breath. Exhale, relax. All right. Now when you do this workout in the future, feel free to close your eyes, and that will help you really focus on your posture as you're doing this. Next exercise is a standing side stretch. So I'm going to have you grab that strap now, hold it about shoulder width distant, and then bring your arms straight overhead, palms facing forward, and then breathe in. And as you exhale, lean toward the right, just a few inches. Keep pressing down through your feet. Keep the arms squeezing back. Keep your neck reaching back. Keep your head pressing up. So we're getting as tall as we can, and we're getting a little stretch for the side too. You should feel a stretch from your left hip all the way up through the shoulder. Breathing deeply. 1 more breath. And then bring it back to the middle. All right, inhale here. Exhale toward the left. Hips come toward the right slightly. You want to keep the abs tight here. Squeeze the block between your thighs. That's going to help with strengthening your inner thighs and relieving back pressure or any pressure in your knees. So one big thing that we're doing with yoga is helping to strengthen the muscles that connect to your bones or your joints, and that helps to relieve joint pain, and that helps to relieve spinal pain as well. 1 more breath here. See if you can get a little bit taller, lean a little bit further, and then come back to the middle. 1 more of these exercises. I want you to look straight up, keeping your neck long, and then squeeze the arms back just a little bit. So this is technically a back bend, but I want you to focus more on lifting your chest up and squeezing your arms back. So you're trying to get your sternum toward the ceiling, and you're pressing your forehead away from your body. So making your neck really long, not allowing your head to collapse back. 10 seconds here. This is an important one. This is very good for countering a seated position, very good for strengthening your spine, strengthening your core, preventing back pain, addressing the root causes of back pain. And then slowly release your arms down. Woo. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed that workout. Again, we've got the Posture Fix Challenge starting on Monday, October 2nd. Get 50% savings on any option of the Posture Fix program now until it starts. Learn more at manflowyoga.com/PFC. Thanks for watching. Make sure you're subscribed. Make sure to like this video if you enjoyed the workout, and I'll see you on the next video.